Mr.
Yeah.
This is Tom Reed, the detective for the Pulaski County Attorney's Office. I'm calling in reference to the paperwork you completed.
Yeah.
I reviewed the CD. It sounds like the only aggravated part of it was them trying to get you to leave. Was there more that I'm missing?
Well, the part.
Your phone's breaking up. Say it again.
Oh, the part, where I showed him. I read the MRI. He told me that the MRI didn't have anything on it, and he was supposed to took dead bone. That was what I paid him the work for him to do. And I read it to him where it said there was where it mentioned the left side of him, the maxilla within the maxilla. And he said that. Well, then he said, I want you to get out of here. If you don't, I'll throw you out if I got to. So he done that and took my money.
But I mean, you can try to pursue civilly, but criminally, there's nothing that's criminal in that aspect of it. Terroristic threatening would be threatening to do injury to you, like break your arm.
Throwing me out if I paid him to do the work, he was supposed to do the work, and I asked him to do the work, and I showed him the work needed to be done, and he wouldn't do the work, and instead of saying, all right, take a refund, and if you didn't want to do the work, he just says, well, get out. If you don't get out of here, I'm going to throw you out.
Well, the only thing I could say is you could hire an attorney and try to pursue it civilly and claim that you weren't happy with the work, but as far as a criminal charge, there is no evidence of criminality.
That's threatening to injure me when he says that if I didn't get out of there when he was asked to do the job that he was paid to do and I was there for.
Well, he's saying that he did do the job he paid for, and that I guess somebody else did part of the work too, and
that's the problem is that the MRI is like. He's ruining my MRI that I paid for by saying he did the work. When I went there and he told me to come back for the follow-up, and I came in and I came in and I told him, I said it's gotten worse and I need you to take care of that. And he admitted that he did say that by answering the question. And
well, I'm just telling you, criminal-wise, there's nothing criminal. Civil, I mean, anybody can file a civil lawsuit if they have the money to file it. So that's the only requirement. You could hire an attorney and sue him. I'm sure he probably has malpractice insurance, but it would be your responsibility to prove malpractice. Okay? All right, good luck, sir.
When I came back there, I told him to, that he needed to take care of the problem, and he answered a question, and that was his job. He billed for removal.
He's saying that he did take care of the job, and I'm not a doctor. I have no way of saying he didn't.
I'm not arguing with anyone about that. Okay, I'm saying the MRI proves that there is the MRI shows that there is.
Well, malpractice is a civil claim, not a criminal claim.
Well, he threatened to beat me up, and he didn't. And I asked him.
He didn't threaten to beat you up. He's threatened to throw you out of the office.
He can't. Well, he's saying that he took care of the job. He tried to take. He charged me for he billed for it, and he said he would take care of the job, and then when he didn't even touch it, and he threatened to. He said, "Get out of here, I'm gonna throw you out." That's threatening to beat me up. I'm there to pay.
No, it's threatening to remove you from the property.
Threatening to
throw you out would be to remove you from the property.
Well, that's terroristic threat. That's threatening to injure me. That's trying to make me do.
No. Threatening to break your arm or punch you in the mouth or punch you in the nose. That would be terroristic threatening. But to throw you out.
Well, told me to leave when he told me that he would do the job, and then he didn't take his responsibility. Your
complaint is whether the job was done or not. So that would be concerning his medical procedure. You would have to hire a private attorney to sue him for what's that?
He agreed that he was doing the job, that he was doing the work.
Mhm. He's still saying he did the work.
I'm not arguing because I'm not a doctor and everyone else is not a doctor, but I can tell that something was wrong, and my dentist had said I displayed infectious symptoms, and for me to go to an oral surgeon, and that's what I went to him for, and I told him to take care of it, and I said this is a problem and to specifically take care of it.
Didn't you go? Is there an oral surgeon in Lexington also you saw?
And he did not do anything. I don't want to talk about my other medical records.
Well,
I told him I'm not going to give a story about like everyone's trying to continue, but everyone's trying to keep the same story.
The only thing I could recommend is that you hire a private attorney. Okay? There's nothing criminal that we will be pursuing.
If they threaten to beat me, they threaten to throw me out and tell me they've done the job. The dentist wrote that he's seen infectious symptoms for me to go to the oral surgeon. I complained about it, told him that I needed him to look at it and to take care of it, and that I told him about going to the dentist. And then I even went and got tests ran. That.
Are you going through your insurance to do all this? If so,
no.
What's that?
I paid him with. I went. I got a care credit card.
Mhm.
And he told me that he would take care of that, take care of all that, and he said come back to the follow up and we'll see how we'll see. And I told him he didn't even touch that spot, and he said come back for the follow up later and we'll take a look. And I come back and
But he's saying he did touch the spot, and it's your word against his word. He's saying he did fix the problem, that he did something to the bone.
He did not. He didn't touch it at all. One
well,
bit. It's on tape.
You're going to have to hire a private attorney. There's nothing. We do not.
It says it on the tape that he did not. I told him that he did not touch it, and he said he didn't want to do it because it would. Or he said if you did that, it would tear it during the surgery. And when I came back, I said you didn't touch it. The first thing I said to him was you did not touch this area, and I said it's gotten worse, and I need you to take care of it. And he just tries to say that it's okay, and it looks.
In that recording, he's telling you that it looks 100% better after you came back over the weekend.
The work he's supposed to have done was to the bone. He was talking about some symptoms.
Abscess.
He's talking about symptoms of bliss. Talking about symptoms. The bacteria from it is causing this blisters on mouth. I mean, he's saying the MRI is. He's saying that I'm wrong, and when he told me he would do the job, and then he's saying
you're gonna have to hire a private attorney, sir.
He's saying that I'm wrong, and the dentist is wrong, and the MRI is wrong. It's his word against me, the dentist, and the MRI. And him telling me himself he would do the job. And when I told him, I said, you need to take care of it, he didn't answer me. He gave me excuses. And then when I showed him the MRI, he said it didn't have anything on it or say anything on it. When I read it to him, I said, that's when he threatened to throw me out. I couldn't.
Right. He asked you to leave, and then you were still arguing with him, and then he said, if you don't leave,
if we have business,
I'm going to throw.
If I have business at his place, he can't just threaten to beat you up.
It's private property. He can ask you to leave at any time.
If he steps to my property, I can just go out there and kick his head in, right?
That's not what he said. He asked you to leave, and he said, if you don't leave, I'm going to throw you out.
Well,
he has the right to remove you from his property.
He has no right to threaten me with assault for me having business.
Throwing you out is not assault. Escorting you out is not assault. Breaking your bones or punching you in the mouth or eye or whatever would be assault.
Saying that he was doing.
He never said he was going to kill you.
He said he could have done that. Just saying he was.
No, killing you would be a.
He was claiming I was going to struggle with him, and that he was going to have to throw me out. He could have killed me in the process, you know, like saying.
Well, and you could have got hit by lightning in the parking lot. We can't what if this.
We got to have laws in this country, and if I don't have something done to this guy, I'm going to take it to medical board. I'm going to go to the judicial commission.
You're entitled to do that. You can pursue
our
that.
Association on the lawyers, and I'll have to pursue something against you for refusing. It's on tape. Everyone can see it.
Hold on. I want to make sure if you're going to pursue something after me, it's Tom Reed. Make sure you spell Reed with 2 E's. I don't like when people complain.
I mean, if you can't listen to that tape and hear it and do
I can hear it. I listen to the tape.
This is not a complaint about.
You're trying to charge him with terroristic threatening. There is insufficient evidence to support terroristic threatening.
He's thrown me out for practicing business with him, and he had agreement with me.
He has the right to refuse. He has the right to refuse any business.
That's a lie because he can't. We had a business.
Yes, he can.
He tried to charge. He sent me the bill.
It's not a public place. It's a private place.
The
he can refuse.
Are on the CD. The bills are on the CD. He tried to take my money. Tried to rob. And when I wouldn't go along with his plan with me, he threatened to he threatened me with assault.
Okay, sir, I'm going to tell you what I suggest you do, whether you listen to me or not, is you need to hire a private attorney and try it that way, but there is nothing criminal in your complaint. Your case is closed.
You can't have a business deal with someone.
Have a nice day, sir.
To assault him.